What is going on, entertainment? So I'm coming to out with another video. We talking basketball wise. Child, this season was so dry a little bit. They did one part. Y'all couldn't even get two. Basketball wise, we used to be like 3, 4 parts. No shade. And now they got one part. It really could have been 30 minutes if you ask me. They start off with like these games basically playing who said that kind of, and they said quotes, and then they kind of have these talking heads to see who said what. They really should have played, do you really want to try this, Jennifer? You want to get slapped in your face, Jennifer? And they should have said, I wish you would. Who said that? It was Jennifer. Okay, so they played Jennifer's quotes, Evelyn's quote, patting her puss. They should have been shady and said, who said Ocho Cinco wanted me? Ocho Cinco wanted me. Evelyn would have been pissed and walked off. But it was cute for them to start off with the game. The girls were all pink, okay? A lot of the girlies were ready for battle, right? To me, the best dressed, in my opinion, was I would say either Brooke or Jennifer. Okay, one of the two. Those two always know what to do fashion wise. Like, just amazing. The theme I think was like pink, and Jackie had on black. Like, that's expected of Jackie. You know, Jackie's always funeral ready. So she had on black and a little bit of douse of pink. And of course, Mrs. My favorite therapist, okay, Miss Bryant, had on a white. Okay, I can't. I live for her though. I live for Cheyenne. Okay, Cheyenne had on her all white looking golly. So they start off the reunion just sort of getting into Jackie and Evelyn sort of beef in the beginning, and also with Evelyn becoming like an investigator. Apparently, she's actually getting her hours to become like a full on private investigator, which she says is not, it wasn't just a little bit of interest to find out Jackie's tea. I don't think it was interest to find out Jackie's tea. I think it was interest to get a storyline. Let's be real. Let's be real, okay? Let's be real. It was, to me, you were trying to get a storyline for the season, and you low-key stole Vanessa's storyline. I forgot to mention that. Vanessa, and I'm talking about Big Bangs, okay? Hashtag Big Bangs. Justice for Big Bangs. My bitch Vanessa with the Big Bangs, all she was trying to do was become an investigator, and you guys made her life a living hell. She was the one who clocked Christian's tea before any of you girlies could even try to see it, and she was crucified for it. How dare you guys? Evelyn, okay? Y'all freaking made her life a living hell, and literally Evelyn just copied and pasted her storyline, if we really want to be honest. So they get into basically all of the girls having a problem with Jackie, and Jackie and Brandy start getting into it. When I tell y'all, I scream because Brandy is on straight savage mode. She was just like, you're talking about my husband, but leave Doug. Free Doug, hashtag free Doug. You need to divorce him. When I tell y'all, Jackie got so pissed, she put the gun hand up. You know, you put that one finger, that pointing finger, and that thumb finger up. She put that pointing finger and that thumb finger up. She started waving in Brandy's face like, hey, stop talking about Dud, stop talking about Dud, stop talking about Dud. That thing was so funny to me because Jackie, you could tell, was genuinely getting pissed because what they show play about is Doug. So they moved on to Jacille. My whole thing, too, with that, Doug and Jackie are never going to get divorced. So you guys could wish upon a tree all y'all want, but that's never going to happen. Jackie's never going to leave Doug. It's just like, I don't care what happens. Jackie's the type of wife that she really believes through thick and through thin. Especially when it comes to that, because they've been together for so long. So they probably been through hell and back, but she's just smart enough not to tell you bitches. So y'all don't throw it in her face. That's why Jackie, reigns supreme in my eyes. So they asked Jacille, would she be able to get her over her issues with Jackie, and does she have any? And she was basically like, so like, I don't got no issue with Jackie, because it's like Jackie, like, she make fun of me, she don't really let me talk, like, that's crazy. Jackie's just like, it's fine, I said you sound like Daffy Duck. No, she don't. She sound like Glorilla. Okay, we all know that Jacille is Glorilla's stepsister and her half-sister. She just hasn't admitted it because she don't want to tarnish Glorilla's name. Okay, so Jacille's like, I'm not scared of Jackie. It's just like Jackie talk a lot of shit. Like, it's just like she do what she want to do, and like we just gotta all deal with it. That's how Jackie is. Yeah. So they start getting into it just a little bit, and she's not even letting Giselle talk. In my opinion, Giselle needs to put her heels down. Fuck a shoe at this point. You need to put your chanclas down because them girlies don't be respecting you. Okay? So that way the girls can hear you roar. Because I feel like they sort of little girl her a little bit. We get into Brooke's dating life and who she's dating, and the men that she dated throughout the season. Y'all remember this season when she went on that date with that deal nigga? Anyways, yeah. So they show a little clip of that, and then they also talk about the Kevin dude that she was with and how the girls felt about it. And she's no longer talking to him anymore, and she felt like all the girls felt a way about her moving too fast, except for Evelyn. Evelyn was like, "Go, girl, have fun, have fun, have fun." But we all know that Evelyn is that bad friend that encourages you to do bad stuff. Look at what she did with Jennifer. Okay, when she was with Eric, I think Evelyn was encouraging Jennifer to cheat all types of ways. We all know this. So, Brooke reveals that she's dating a new man. She wouldn't let us know who the man is. He's probably going to be on next season. He's probably a baller, and he probably got a lot of coins. She says they don't have any marriage plan, but they have trips planned. You know who's funny when they be talking about relationships? Jackie. Jackie be looking like these single assholes. They ain't never going to be able to keep no man. This is why I love you some Jackie, because you just gotta look at Jackie's face and she give that shady peripheral, because she in her mind she knows that like a lot of these girlies they can't really see her in regards to life because she's married and she got the whole shebang, and the girlies are just trying to catch up. It's like hilarious to me. So we get into Brandy, and basically Brandy is still separated from Jason, and she feels like a lot of the women were throwing the stuff in her face. They asked Evelyn why she did that. She says it's because she don't like Jason. Well, we don't like you sometimes, Evelyn. So hey, we're all even. My whole thing is, I don't think that's the reason why you said that. I think it's because you wanted to hurt Brandy. I don't think it's because you dislike Jason so much. Like, I think that was a cop out to make it look as if she cared so much, which I don't think you care that much about Brandy. If we're gonna keep it a buck, I don't think you really like Brandy that much. I think you were just saying that to save face. You wanted to hurt that lady, and it's okay. You were mad, it's pissed. When we're mad, we all talk ish, right? So I don't try to like pacify it and make it look as if you just cared so much as a Walmart when that's not the case. Okay. Brandy feels as if it doesn't matter if she doesn't like Jason because it doesn't matter to her either. Brooke kind of interchimes in it as well, and feels like she thinks that Brandy could kind of do better, and it was hypocritical of her to sort of criticize her relationship with that new guy when she had her own sort of things going on. I'm really sick of this Jason storyline. I will say that this has been going on for far too long. At this point, it's going neck and neck with Jackie falling out with the group. Like, seriously. Okay? I don't even want to hear about none of that next season. Like, you either stay with the man or not. But throwing it in her face back and forth and it becoming like the storyline of it all, it's really like irritating to hear season after season every time Brandy comes. The MVP from me during this reunion was Brandy. Shout out to Brandy. Like, that's my babe now. I like Brandy. I was like, wow, finally somebody said it. Literally, she pointed out the hierarchy because of the hypocrisy of the girls getting mad at Brandy and Giselle for trying to bring Jackie back into the group when Evelyn did the same thing by inviting them to the trip, and none of the girls reacted the same way that they did when Brandy tried to do it. And she called out the hierarchy saying Evelyn is, the number one, where everybody, if Evelyn feels away, everybody gonna feel away, and Brooke is number two. I said, thank you. What big block it? Literally, facts, facts. It's true. Literally, Evelyn could feel the way about one person. Everybody goes in a ruckus. Let's say she said, "Oh, she's cool." Everybody, "Oh, I like her." It's like, does Evelyn have some secret producer's credit that we all don't know about, and that's why the girlies, take correction and follow her lead? Because it baffles me. This is why we need an OG. This is why we need certain girls that don't give a crap about an Evelyn Lozada, because you girlies bow down to her knees as if she's Shawnee. thank you, Brandy, for really being the real one to call it out. And Jacille, I'm so sick of her. Like, we need to get rid of her. I'm sorry. I was all for the LGBTQ representation, but you too much of a sheep for me. You follow too much. Follow. Like, go to Instagram because you just follow too much. Talk about, I don't think that's true. And like, I don't follow Evelyn. And like, I don't follow, I'm not scared of none of the girls. I'm not scared of Brooke. I'm not scared of Evelyn. Like, no. You may not be scared of them, but you let them little girl you. And that's not good. This is why I can be a big around a big group of niggas or bitches. Like, it's just like, oh, because it's always this type of mess and the little girling and the I can't. I just can't. Like, it makes my skin crawl. Like, I can't. Okay. It's pure BS. I agree with Brandy 100%. And Brooke's excuse was she feels like Brandy's trying to work her way in the group. So she, feels like I guess she doesn't fit in or something. Listen, say what you want about Brandy, but she's always been a part of the group. Before, like, no, she's always been a part of the group. Okay. Brooke, you might have came before her, but you was a one season wonder before the season where they all brought you bitches back. Okay, you did that one little season and you went poof, kablitz. Brandy was around for a long tenure than you were. If we want to really be honest and talk statistics, relationship wise, of course you have a better placement in the group because you're up Evelyn's hoo ha. Okay, you have a permanent residency there. Move out. We bring out Cheyenne. Cheyenne, y'all not live for Miss Cheyenne. Cheyenne is there, and they start talking about her role in the group and her having Jackie's back, and then also we get a little bit into what happened at the South Central event. I call it the South Central event. South Central LA, and they love me on the East Coast. Okay, where they was about to squabble with the aunties and uncles in the dikes in the states. My whole thing is with that whole event, it doesn't get enough credit of how funny it was, by the way. So Brandy still Brooke feels that she was still disrespected and called out. And they sort of agree that they don't like each other, Brooke and Cheyenne. And we get into this whole gay bashing with the stud that was there. I don't care what nobody say. Brooke was gay bashing because literally after they went and left that event, she called her bulldagger. They bleeped it out. That's derogatory, Bookie, but it's okay. You were angry. You know how much, listen, as a gay person, you have to kind of expect to be called faggot and a whole lot of other derogatory comments when somebody is mad at you. It's a sad truth, but it's just the truth. Okay. Me, I'm that strong of a person that word doesn't phase me. Like, I'm sorry. I done heard it a million times. You're gonna have to try a little bit harder than that. I done been through some things and it'll hurt some things. I don't give a crap because guess what? I'ma still be me. You feel me? So it's like, just admit it. You did you was on some, some gay bashing type stuff. You was. You was. And Jacille is such a big disappointment because you're just defending this lady. Like, I know she did your wedding or whatever, but like, you need to check your friend when she's wrong. And she was wrong. Because what does her sexuality have to do with anything when you beat her up? She's still a woman, right? You can still whip her ass, whether she's gay or not. I'm just saying. But hey, Cheyenne was right for her friend. She basically was like, "Oh, if her friend got into it with Brooke, there would be no whoop assing, and basically her friend would whoop Brooke's ass." I said, "Ooh, that sounds like a challenge, bitch." And Cheyenne is very slick with her word. She said, "You sat there just how you're sitting right now." Yeah, you sat right there. I said, "Ooh." Evelyn and Jennifer, they're so messy because both of them looked at her like, "Bitch, you gonna let her say that to you? Huh? You're not gonna get up? Like basically, like, hey, bitch, she checked you, girl. Like, you feel me? Like, she pulled your car, Bookie bag. What you gonna do? What's your next step?" Like, it was a little bit like that. It was funny. They start talking about the Mexico trip and Brandy getting into it with Jackie. I'm sorry, every time I see the clip of Jackie trolling Brandy, I start to scream because Jackie is such a old troll that it's like I can't stop but laugh. I'm sorry. The clip of her sticking her middle finger to the like that to me is funny because like to see somebody Jackie's age doing that's a little bit of a cackle. Like, I'm sorry, it really is. So Cheyenne said she basically stood up to have Jackie's back. So Brandy's like, was that to jump me? Cheyenne, I love me some Cheyenne, but you should have sat this one out. Okay. Because that really had nothing to do with you. And that was between those two. And it's not like Jackie was being jumped. Jackie started her own drama and she started to yell it. Brandy was defending herself. That was like a one-on-one situation if it were to get physical. So you did need to insert yourself and become, a secondary squabble. All right, you're supposed to be a therapist. What you squabbling for? They talk about Jacile's wedding and wedding etiquette. That to me was some ghetto ass shit that they did eating at that girl wedding. And this is what I mean why they little girl Jacile. For y'all to assume that she would be okay with you guys eating and leaving plates of half eaten chicken bones on her table as the photographer takes pictures of the wedding decor is very classless, okay, and tasteless, like Cheyenne said, and nasty. Like, why would y'all think that's okay? Let that y'all ever do that to Jennifer. Jennifer would have had y'all escorted out with security and would have no remorse. Y'all know Jennifer bougie as hell. She would have acted like she don't even know y'all bitches. So it's like, don't do something that y'all wouldn't be done to y'all. And to me, just it was a little bit too nice when it comes to that. And this is where she really should have put her chancletas down and told the girls, hey, respect me. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. You gotta respect me. Pay my dues. Pay my dues. You got to RESPE, respect me. RESPE, respect me. Okay, this is where you should have said that. You was better off singing it, bitch. So we get into Christian and Jennifer. We get a hot mic moment. And it's basically of Evelyn basically saying that Jennifer is not street smart, okay, whatsoever. She's easily fooled and she thinks he's on some scamming shit. I agree. I'm sorry. Some about Christian scream Jouet. Do you got the Jouet? Bitch, I got the Jouet. If y'all don't know what the Jouet is, y'all better find out what the Jouet is. I think Christian be getting the Jouet. And there's nothing wrong with getting the Jouet. In the past, I've gotten a Jouet or two. I don't know more. But you know what I mean? So it's like a person who gets a Jouet knows somebody who gets another Jouet. So I feel like Jennifer should be very afraid. She already married the man. I don't think Evelyn attended though, because the day of the wedding, she posted some very shady comments about Christian. So next season, we're probably going to get a whole Jennifer and Evelyn relationship breakdown. Oh, for the 90th time. But this time it's your turn, Jennifer, because you had a lot to say about Evelyn's marriage, which you ended up being right. And I think the same thing gonna happen because Evelyn's gonna end up being right about your marriage with Christian. I feel like the whole season, Jennifer did get away, just like Brandy, just like Brooke said at the end of the season, with her storyline not being really addressed. Because had it been any of the other women dating Christian, they would have been crucified. They would have been questioned about this nigga. They would have been talked about this nigga. But when it comes to Jennifer, they lightly talked about it as if she was a little girl. I could tell Jackie was looking at Jennifer like, bitch, I'm worried for you, but I know if I say something, you're gonna be mad at me and say I'm messy. Okay, all the girls just looking at Jennifer. It was like a damn therapy session. It was like what is it? When you get a drug habit, you put them in run. You get a drug addict, you put them in one room, and then you all say what y'all worries is about that person. Y'all know what word it is. It's early, so I'm forgetting. But they had one of those for her. Okay, they had an intervention. Okay, I just remembered. So yeah, they had an intervention for her. The hot mic moment was very awkward to hear. They set up Evelyn real hard. They really should have uh let one of the girls know during the season so we could have got a more interesting season, to be honest. Jennifer was looking all types of heated during the whole time that the hot mic was playing. Now she's was very defensive and said the restitution is paid. There's a YouTuber that literally did some deep digging, and the restitution was only $12,000, not no quarter of a mil or something, whatever he claimed. So yeah, Jennifer, you should really be worried about something like that if you actually let him borrow money, any of some sort, because he's not being honest about it. And it further makes me think that whole dog incident that happened when whoever tried to make you buy a dog got scammed. Now I'm starting to think that was his bitch ass. Vanessa had a point. Y'all so worried about her bangs that y'all didn't even know that this lady was possibly telling the truth. She already married this man, so there really isn't going back. It's scary. Okay, it's just scary. So the episode ends with all the girls giving each other sort of like gifts. And then before this happened, though, they confronted Jennifer about what she said during the scene about her like speaking for Christian's victim and the lady that's basically suing him about everything that went down between their relationship and the false imprisonment, which that is a crazy charge to have, like insane charge to have. And uh, Brooke was basically telling Jennifer, like, you were insensitive for saying that about the car crash. And then Evelyn started getting choked up about that DV. One thing about it, Evelyn gonna cry when it come to DV, child. Like, that's one thing to shake up Evelyn. Like, that will tear her whole core up. So I really was surprised when that scene aired that Jennifer was kind of like making light of it, because it's like your whole friend literally got hit and it was so public, and you're making it seem like this is like nothing. Like that was selfish as hell. It really was. So, Evelyn starts to get choked up. She could barely speak, eyes watering. And Brooke is basically trying to tell Jennifer, but she getting defensive and she don't want to listen. Jennifer's the type of person she has to literally go through it to learn. You can't tell her anymore. You can't give her red flags. She's just gonna have to learn. Brooke's so damn shady. She done gifted her actual red flags. Bitch, I'm crying. Bitch, I would have got her some tickets to Red Flags, the theme park. On my say, just so she could go there. You get what I'm saying? It's like, oh my god, it was just I can't. Okay, the episode is there. The season was okay. We do need some like couple of new girls in there, not friends. I'm talking about 2 full-time new girls to make it interesting. Okay, and I would drop Jacille. Sorry, you're a follower. It's just no shade. We don't need no. I would drop Jacille. Okay, and then I would bring on 2 new girls and then keep Cheyenne. That's how I think. Let me know what y'all think down below, and we're our babies. No personal thing.